midnight yet.
Okay, here we are. It's Friday, November 17th. Yesterday there was a big showdown there in the United Nations about the Syria chemical weapons JIM, Joint Investigative Mechanism. 2 resolutions failed. Russian veto, Russian resolution shot down, and now there's a Japanese proposal. Very short, 4 paragraphs, to extend it for 30 days and get a report in 20. It's called kicking the can down the road. Now, we're going to cover that at 11, a closed door, but we'll be in front of the Security Council. But we're going to go in through the tourist entrance. Could explain why. Because the UN can't handle coverage of its corruption. And its corruption is extensive. Not only under the previous administration, but the current one. Yes, the Deputy Secretary General signed 4,000 certificates for illegal rosewood, some of it from Cameroon, others from the Boko Haram part of, at that time, controlled Nigeria. No answers, no answers. The spokesman has no answers. A petition is growing, calling for her investigation and perhaps prosecution. Now, it's unfortunate because we've been asking the question day after day, and they just don't think they have to answer. But they do. Okay, this is on JIM. Consultations on the Syria chemical weapons JIM. The Japanese 4-paragraph draft. UK. Incoming. I love you all. Okay, so those were the entrances, such as they were, into the JIM consultation. We've been told the vote will be at 5, but Russia sent Safarnikov, their deputy, and when asked if Russia supports the Japanese draft, he said, I love you all. Sweden said, this is about saving JIM. Can this JIM be saved? Thank you. Can't do an investigation based on 62,000 signatures and counting for Rosewood racket, the absolute destruction of the credibility on SDGs of the United Nations. Sorry, guys. Just like JIM, it's over.
Sorry. It's not fair. Before the meeting,
But I want you to join us Americans.
Ministro Senegal.
Benvenuto.
Grazie.
Good evening, Mr. President. Hello.
Always optimistic.
Egypt. Nope. China's abstaining.
Those against.
Bolivia's against. Where's Russia? The camera work here needs some work.
Yeah.
All you got to do is cover the benzene. China abstaining.
The result of the voting is as follows. 12 votes in favor, 2 votes against, 1 abstention.
Russian veto.
The resolution has not been adopted owing to the negative vote of the permanent member of the council.
Jim is dead, and the speeches about Jim will continue forever. Actually, Jim's alive until midnight. Where is Edmund Millay, Mr. Jim? Let him come to throw the final shovelful. Jim could live again. We have to wait and see what Nebenzia says. He might say, talk to me Tuesday, Jim. I will say this. People will disagree, but I'll say this. They couldn't accept the recommendation that Guterres would make. Now, is it because Guterres is, from their point of view, a Western tool, or that he's distracted? In any event, the goal of the Secretary General is to try to keep the two sides together, and I would say that was failed. And so the question of who killed Jim may have an answer that begins with a G.
Yesterday's meeting of the Security Council left behind a very unpleasant sludge, and it focused on political content which was far from the issue of Syrian chemical weapon.
It looks like Jim is dead, but Italy has said, wait, Ethiopia's leaving? No chance for Jim? He invited them for consultations. But Ethiopia is gone. Ethiopia has hit the streets. Who else is leaving? Looks like Jim and...
It's not midnight yet.
I like her answer. It's not midnight yet.
Okay, well, I'll put that one up.
But the Council will continue to work in the coming hours and days constructively to find a common position in light of both
No vote tonight. There's a chance to say it.
That's it.
Somebody said they bought more time, but it seems that Jim, you can pretend Jim's alive, but Jim's already dead. Jim was never alive.